Hi, Michelle. How you doing? I got everything makes sense in your written rationale. Good job there. Got your bleed set up correctly. Your 8.5 by 11s. Looks like all of your production work is going to work out fine. So good job there. Good job describing that. Now keep in mind, this is going to hang on to your writing here because don't forget we have part of this um, uh, final project is to document the techniques and the tools that you use to get from where you started to where your final campaign. So I think it's important to hang on to that stuff. So want to look at the images. I've got both your images up here, and I just want to mention that as we look at them side by side here, I think it's really super obvious that you have this overwhelming tendency to want to fill the page, every bit of the page, with something, and as opposed to letting the page breathe. We can see that over here now. I think this is a better ad. I think it's a better ad. Let's talk about this ad first, okay? So, hey, where'd you go? There you are. All right, so this ad here. Oh, by the way, it would be a lot better for you to submit PDFs of your work, because I can get in Acrobat and I can do all sorts of things like draw guides and zoom in and scale and scroll and look at all sorts of really cool stuff from a kind of like a macro perspective. So try to remember to submit PDFs for viewing. Okay, so this piece, this is all these stripes and these color bars, and it's just too much. You're drawing way too much attention down to the bottom of the ad here, which actually almost, I can imagine turning the page and seeing this and saying, wow, this looks almost like it's two different ads on the same page, because the bottom of the ad is that much different in its visual tenor than the top of the page. I say for that reason, that ad is out. Let's take a look at this ad. This is a good ad. I think page mechanics is much better. I think you're allowing the background to tell the story, so to speak. You don't have to really try to, the background's telling a story. You don't have to add stripes and colors and all sorts of other things to help assist delivering the message. The problem I'm having with this piece here is I've got a couple of comments with your layout, and I've also got the image is just, it's not working at all. And not for the reasons you said. You said you were looking for another that shows a healthier palm tree, but as long as you're looking for a new image, let's find a whole new scene, because number one, this beach right here, I hate to say it, but geez, these look like tire tracks. it looks like your chair is right in the middle of a beach that they drive on, because I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, boy, those look an awful lot like tire tracks. The other thing is that there's no sun. This is a cloudy day, and at the particular time this scene was shot, the sun is behind a cloud. There's no shadows indicating no sun. I do not recommend using a cloudy day to promote a sunny resort. It just doesn't make sense. You're going to make your client mad at you. Okay, so and then my other comment is that, okay, now I said before, you're trying to fill the page. You see this tendency to want to fill the page with elements, design elements. Okay, so, and let me just kind of describe what I'm seeing. Okay, you got the logo up top here. You got the relax, it's almost the same size as the logo. So those have same visual weight, which means the mind gets confused. Where do you want me to look first, here or here? Okay. Then you have the palm tree, which of course is going to attract a lot of attention just because it's the largest and bulkiest thing on the page. Then you have this type box here, and then the chair. And then, so there's really no place for the viewer to really sink in to the image, so to speak. All right. For that reason, I recommend this. There's a couple of things I want you to do. I want you to think about, and I said this to a couple of other students, and it seemed to have made sense. Instead of trying to, use Photoshop to put a chair on a beach in front of a palm tree that's overlooking the ocean, why don't you just find an image of a chair on a beach that's in front of a palm tree overlooking the ocean? It makes more sense. It's going to look better in your portfolio. It's going to be better production. It's going to show better decision making than trying to fit something in. Okay. Now I know that part of the requirement is to put this clipped image in here somewhere, and if you want to use this image or something else, but I would put it in a much less prominent place. I mean, I don't know how you're going to fit a chair in, but I mean down here somewhere, I don't know. And that, what I was saying before, that will allow the viewer. Okay, let's take the chair away completely. Right, chair's gone. Now the viewer has a connection with the image, a way in, so to speak. Whereas before, this is blocking the way in. Okay, so I want you to think about that when you're recomposing. Another thing I want to mention is that Center align type never works. Sometimes it works on wedding invitations, but try not to use center align type ever in your compositions. Left align right rag is the way to go, and I think that's the way to go here as well. I really think that you should think about using the same color. The logo, I think, belongs on the bottom, definitely on the bottom of the ad, somewhere down there. That will really open up this area here, and again, allow that breathability, allow that entry and exit, and that kind of all expansive relationship with this expansive sky, as opposed to being kind of blocked in. You know what I'm saying? And then I would suggest left align there, left align that. Try to separate your headline from your body copy a little bit more. Okay, decide where do you want the headline, the subhead to be. Do you want it to be grouped with relax, or do you want it to be grouped with the body copy? Make a decision and stick with it and make it obvious. Right now, it looks like you're in indecision as it sits in the middle here, and that's kind of a precarious place to be, because the viewer subconsciously can look at this and say, don't know whether it belongs there or whether it belongs there. Okay, good job placement of the location. You're good to go other than your layout. Everything is placed good. The images are placed well. Everything is placed well. The image looks good. I mean, it's corrected. The color, what you've done is about as much as you can do. It's not a very useful image, as you stated. All right. So when you're recomposing, if you run into any issues, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know. All right. Thanks very much, Michelle. Good job.